Hello beautiful people. In today's tutorial I'm going to do a look with the Natasha Denona Love Palette. It was requested by one of my beautiful subscribers, Sky Lily, I think that's how you say it. But yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, then let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to try something different today. Instead of using my mirror here that I always use, I'm going to try and have you a little more zoomed backwards, and I'm going to try using the mirror in the palette that I'm using. I've never done this before. I've always done it with a mirror, so we'll see how this goes. I may have to abort halfway through if I don't like it, but yeah. Okay, so we're using the Natasha Denona Love Palette. One of my subscribers, Sky Lily, I believe is how you say it, requested that I do another look with the Love Palette. So here it goes. I was going to do two looks, one on this side and a different one on this side, but I am going out later, so I don't necessarily want to walk around looking like I'm crazy. So another day I'll do that. But I'm going to start off with the shade Commitment in the crease and blow it out. That's this deep purple right there. And I'm going in with my MAC 217 brush, and I'm going to start to blow that out. Okay, this is really weird how I'm using this. Alright, let's just try this here. I know when I'm watching a lot of YouTubers, they use a handheld mirror of some sort. I just have never gotten down with doing that, and I already feel like this is not the look to be changing my technique, because I'm using a dark color and it requires, yeah, I don't like that. So I'm going to pull my other mirror forward, and hopefully you guys, I'm sorry you can see the top of it, it's just the way it's got to be, because when I'm blending my mirror is moving and it's not. I can't do it. I need a steady mirror. This is the way I've always done it. Alright, so I'm just pulling that onto the lid, as well as bringing it kind of to the inner corner here. And I'm just going to wipe off the excess on my face cloth here, little towel. It's overcast today and it's a little chilly and I don't like it, but it is what it is. Alright, then I'm going to take that brush and I'm just going to start buffing out the outer edge here. Now with these shades, the darker ones, the key is to go in slow and steady and build up. You don't want to go in with a lot on your brush and then try and blend it out, because it's just going to turn into a big mess. So start with a little and build up. That's the key to working with these shadows, or a darker shadow. Alright, so then I'm going to take a smaller brush. That's just some random one I have, and I'm going to dip into Commitment again. And I'm focusing that on the outer corner. And I'm just going to start to blend that down on the lid and over. And slightly into the crease, not much, because I'm going to use the other brush to blend that out. But I just want to I'm just tapping in once and then dusting it off. This shadow is really pigmented. And I'm just trying to work it onto the bottom of the lash line here, just so we have a nice dark, seamless, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want it darker right next to the lower lash, and I don't want any gaps. So I'm going to concentrate this there. And I'm going to bring it on to about halfway onto the lid here, because I want that shade to overlap slightly but not all the way. Alright, then I'm going to go back into my 217 brush with nothing on it and just buff that out more. I'm sorry you can hear Sebastian growling in the background. He was in a good mood, and then at some point when I hit record, he got in a bad mood again. What a little prince. I call him a diva, but he's a male, so diva doesn't really work, or I guess it could. Alright. Okay, so I think that's good for now. Actually, I'm going to go back in with a little more of that product on the brush and just work it into the corner just a little bit more. I really want a gradient from dark to light, kind of like I did on that eye. Okay, I'm just going to go back in with the other brush and just work that in. I really hate how it looks like there's like nothing really right here, but in real life it's like a light gradient wash going on to the other half of my eyelid. Oh well. Okay, then I'm going into my Urban Decay Naked 3 and I'm taking this Strange shade that I always take, and I'm going to use that on the brow bone. I'm going to brush my brow bone hairs up just so it gives me a little more room to play. And I'm just taking that a little in the corner, and then I'm going back in with 217 with nothing on it. I just wiped it off just for good measure, and I'm just going to further blend those two shades together so it's a nice seamless transition. Okay, it's a little patchy right about here. Alright, there we go. I always get like right there where like the bone of my eye is, that's where I always get like patchiness and it always catches. Do you guys ever have that where you have like one part of your eyelid that never seems to really want to grab onto eyeshadow nicely no matter what you're using? Yeah, for me that's right there. Which sucks because I like to blow my looks out, so it takes a little extra work. Okay, I need to tie my hair back because it is getting warm in here. Okay, what is next? So I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Transparent. I'm going to be using these three colors today. So I'm taking a little bit of the shade Transparent on my finger, and I'm going to tap that onto the inner corner. Now, I used my Hard Candy eyeshadow primer and I didn't set it. So I'm going to be using a glitter glue just because I really want to make this eyeshadow pop and I don't like wetting my shadows. So I'm going to put that down as a base just so it doesn't crease later on. And now I'm taking the Too Faced glitter glue, just a dab, and I'm going to lightly tap that over the transparent shade that I just put on and slightly onto the purple on the rest of the lid. And it's raining out again. Supposed to go for a walk later, but that may not be happening. Alright, then I'm taking my finger again and I'm just going to tap that right over top of where I just applied the glitter glue, and then I'm going to go back in with a flat brush. This is the MAC, I don't even know what name this is, just whatever brush you usually use for eyeshadow, flat one. Not fluffy though, you want it more dense. And I'm just going to take that transparent shade and start blending it outwards and up onto that purple color. So it's a nice seamless. And then I'm going to go back in with that more dense brush in the shade Commitment. And I'm just going to tap that over the edge just to make sure it's blended and seamless transition. Okay, now for the inner corner, I could take the shade Giving, but I kind of didn't, it was too dark and there's not really any other color in here that I like to use as the inner corner transition. So I'm taking my Fenty Beauty Hustler Baby eyeshadow, as per usual, on my duo fiber brush here, and I'm just going to lightly dust that in the inner corner just to blend with the skin that has no eyeshadow on it. Okay, now I'm taking, what brush did I use? I'm taking, I used that brush before, maybe I can use this brush this time. Alright, so I'm just taking a slightly more, not as dense, you see that eyeshadow just fluff away, something with a little more give, because I want to add something to the inner corner here, just to help everything blend together. But first, let me just take a little more purple and just blend that out there. Okay, so I'm going to take the shades Intense and Valentine. I'm going to mix those two together on my brush. Now, I used a different brush on the other eye, so I hope this turns out as good. If not, I'm going to have some damage to control. And I'm just taking that in between the transparent shade and the purple shade that I used. Yeah, I don't want to use that brush. So I'm putting this in between the Commitment and the transparent shade, and I'm just going to take a little more Valentine and just work that in between those two shades there. Alright, now going back in with the blending brush and just blending the edges again. I think I like that. And if you find you go too far up and you want to correct it, bring it back, you can just go back in with whatever shade you used on your brow bone and just kind of go over it. That'll help tone things down and give it a nicer blend. Okay, now that I think both of the eyes are even, I'm just going to take just a smidge of that Commitment shade again. I feel like this outer edge here needs just a little bit more blending. Alright, that looks good. When I put my foundation on, I'll go over it again after. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my eyeliner. I'm going to tight line, and I'm going to do the rest of my face and come back and tell you what I used. I need to start uploading shorter videos because it took literally, my internet is super slow, and the last video that I uploaded was 30 minutes long. It was the get ready with me using new makeup. It took 12 hours to upload. Like, I started it at 9, 10 o'clock at night before I went to bed, and the next morning it was done at like 9 o'clock. Like, honestly, like, I can't do that very often, so that's why I don't do my whole routine on camera, because it takes too long and I can't cut it down. So yeah, I need to do shorter videos to get them uploaded quicker, because 12 hours is an insane amount of time to upload a video. That's how slow my internet is around here. Okay, so I'll be back with the rest of the face. Okay, so before I hop into finishing up the lower lash line, I did want to show you one thing. I realized that the Fenty blush in Crush on Cupid is pretty much the same thing as the one in the Natasha Denona Bloom Palette. I am returning the Bikini Martini. It's just too pink on me, and if I want a pink blush, I have pink lipsticks that I can use instead, so there's no point keeping that. And I'm also going to return the Crush on Cupid because I have the Natasha Denona one, and to be honest, I like the Natasha Denona one just a little bit more. But anyways, I'm going to put the Fenty one on this cheek to show you, and then I'll put the Natasha Denona one on the other cheek to compare. This does take a little more building up than the Natasha Denona, so if you find that the Natasha Denona one is too finicky to work with, like it just builds up too fast and you're afraid of it, then maybe the Fenty one is for you. But that is the Crush on Cupid on that cheek, and now I'm just wiping off my brush here so I can get the true to color from the Natasha Denona. Alright, this one is crazy, so I just lightly dust in it and then tap off on my hand because it is so pigmented, and then just lightly stippling it on. Like, can you see they're pretty much like the same color? Like, there may be a subtle difference, but it's not worth to me having both, so yeah. And there you have it. I will literally walk around like this because there's no difference in real life. There's like maybe a little more shimmer on this cheek, just because there's a little shimmer in the blush, I find. I also use the blush in the... Oh, I just dug my finger on the highlight. Ugh! Oh, that sucks. Just press it back in there. Now that I have highlight under my nail. I hate that feeling. Ew. Okay, so I did use the highlight here, and the cream base for the highlight. I'll put these on the cheeks, and if you would like me to zoom in a little bit to see the comparison... Oh, that's the wrong way. Alright, so see, this is the Natasha Denona side, and this is the Fenty Beauty side. If you prefer to build up your blush more instead of having it just have so much impact like right away, then maybe the Fenty Beauty one is better for you. But if you already have the Natasha Denona one, then I don't see a point in having both. Anyways, I'm going to take this Hourglass Diffuse Light Powder. I accidentally dropped it and it shattered, and it breaks my heart because now I can't like put this away properly, and it's expensive, so I'm not buying another one. So I have to go ahead and use it as it is, which is horrible, but my stupidity for keeping my makeup desk so cluttered that I can't even... I don't know what I'm going to say. But I can't even have makeup accidents. Sorry, I just wiped off my nose ring. I wasn't picking my nose. It had makeup on it. Okay, so for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in Magnetic Pink, as per usual. I really like doing this to give my eyeshadow something to stick to, but yesterday I went in, I just had concealer under my eyes, and then I went in with a matte shadow, and it actually lasted all day, so maybe I don't need to do this. But when I use shimmer colors, I really like to, because I find it just gives them more impact and helps with the wearability, helps them wear longer. Okay, enough rambling. I'm going to go in with my pencil brush, and I'm taking the shade Valentine to start with. It looks like it's like white on camera, but it's like a light baby pink. And I'm going to take this on the outer half and bring it to the center. See, for the lower lash, see, I don't like it. I need to have a steady mirror. Oh, for foundation, I used my Dior Backstage. I mixed the two shades, 2W and 1W together to get my shade right now. That's that, and I told you what highlight I was using. Okay, now I'm going to take the shade Giving, which is this beautiful pink, and I'm going to take that on the inner corner here and blend it over top of Valentine. Oh, this shade on the lid, all over the lid, with like Valentine Intense in the crease. That would be so beautiful. It's gonna go in with more Valentine here. Oh, I went into the wrong shade. And then I'm gonna take, do I want to take Soul or do I want to take Intense? Let's take a little bit of Soul. I just want to blend the corner in here just a little bit better. So I'm going to take Soul right on the outer edge here, just right on the outer edge, and blend that into the Commitment that's on the lid. If you want to even bring Commitment and mix Soul down lower, you can do that. Just going to stick with this for now. Okay. Oh, for the inner corner, what was I going to do? Oh yeah. So I wanted a lighter shade of whitish pink that doesn't have in that palette. I'm really picky as to the inner corner highlight, so I always like to bring in an additional palette. I'm going to be taking the Dominique Cosmetics Berries and Cream palette. And I'm going to take that on, what brush am I going to take that on? I'm going to go into, first of all, the matte shade, and then I'm going to take a bit of Cookies and Cream. So I'm going to take that matte shade first just to brighten the whole area up. Alright, that looks nice. And then I'm going to take the Cookies and Cream shade. Right on the inner corner, connect them, and then right on the inner corner exactly. Sometimes shimmers don't really like to stick on top of mattes. That's when you gotta wet your brush and make it happen. You want to make that eyeshadow work for you. I don't know where I was going with that. Okay. I'm just going to grab a little more of that Giving shade because I lost it with a bit of that white. I'm just going to reblend that. Okay, make sure it all looks pretty. And I'm going to take a little bit of my Anastasia white, whatever this is. I never know what it's called. Can you even see? I hope so. Taking that on the inner corners just to brighten the look up. Alright, I think all that's left is spray my face, add mascara, and I will come back and show you the final look with the lip. Alright, so this is the final look. I did add a little bit more. I took my Fenty Beauty How Many Carats, this gorgeous, like, yummy, wet looking, whatever this is, sparkle, and I just applied it to the inner corners right here. I will zoom in after and show you. For the lip, I put on my Lawless lipstick in Child. It's like a peachy nude. But I think, like, it looks nice, but I feel like I just want just a little more of like a neutral. So I'm going to take the shade Platinum and put it right over top. Yeah, there we go. These lipsticks are beautiful. They knocked my MAC Smith and Flush Pot, like, out of the water. Similar shades, but this formula is just a little on the expensive side, but well worth it. Okay, so a little bit of lip liner there. For Cupid's Bow Highlight, I literally just added some of my MAC eyeshadow in Floof. It was right there, so I decided to. And I will zoom you in to see what, if you can even tell, what I did to the eyes. Oh, that's the wrong way. So I don't know if you can tell the inner corner there. I added just a little bit on the inner corner. And then I blended it up to here. Because you know me, I cannot resist my sparkle. And yeah. Okay. Alright guys, so that is, looks like it's going to storm out there. It's like sunny, then it's cloudy, then it's raining, then it's sunny. Canadian weather, I tell ya. You know, I'm sure that's not that probably unnormal for other parts of the world, but anyways. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this look. I do want to do another one. I have another look written down that I wanted to do, but it's going to have to wait till another day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you will see me in my next video. Bye!